have not set this up at all. Okay. Crap. I am very much unprepared. Create. No, thank you. And alright. I'm gonna call that good. That is not the stream that I'm doing currently. What's that? Oh, sorry, WhatsApp. Didn't see WhatsApp. Alright. I just didn't know what to do with like an hour and a half of my time. And a lot of people are in school, so I knew I wasn't gonna get like too much of a good stream. So I just figured, why not just let's keep it. Okay. Wow, okay. Last pair and Ola were the worst thing known to man. Completely ignoring the +2. I have no idea why I did my last pair that inefficiently. No sub 8 solver should ever be doing the last pair that inefficiently. Alright. Whew. Solves aren't going too great at the moment, but to be fair, I just started. What is that? 926 over to 5. Not ideal. Whoops. Okay. There's two things I need to fix at the current moment. One, my inspection depth is pretty lazy. And two, my turning accuracy is bad. So I'm going to swap to this cube. Because this cube forces me to turn better. And this is a cube that I also train a lot of inspection depth on, so I'm kind of used to it. Immediate improvement. That was a 7.3. What's that? Welcome, everyone. another 7. That one's turning wasn't the greatest. What up, Adam? We got Adam in the Let's Cube. That was the worst 915 I've ever seen in my life. Also, because we're not in VC, if there's ever going to be a Let's Cube glitch, if there's a Let's Cube glitch, type it in this chat here. Besides that, type it in this chat, because I'm not going to be looking at this one. If I miss the chat in here, then you can always type it in this chat to like double check to make sure that I did see it. That was far from perfect. Oh, I forgot Kristoff is fast. This might not be... Yeah, I might not be getting any more wins, unfortunately. I just got the GAN 356 and light today just now. Did you misspell light or is it actually L-I-T-E? Because if they actually spelled it L-I-T-E, then I'm just annoyed. L-I-T-E? Oh, come on. Oh, wait, Kristoff joined. That's going to be news scramble, I bet. Also, I have absolutely no remorse if I skip you and you're in the middle of a solve. That is entirely a accidental Let's Cube and not me, so. Okay, I actually can't look. Need to get my inspections up to be better. Alright, let's try to plan a cross plus 1 without rotating the cube. Those both require rotation. Nice. Wow, amazing. It's like I'm good when I actually do good stuff. I mean, I like Blue GS in 0.6 settings. It's so smooth. They're still using GESs, bro? Oh my goodness. I remember seeing the freaking GES system in the GAN's Air of all puzzles. Whoops. Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, it's the first solve 6.9 Gs. Room, if you just go to the private rooms and scroll down, it's pretty obvious which one it is. It is just my name, my last initial, and then stream. ZB, let's save. Ah, of course. I got a ZB that's just OLL into PLL. Those are quite rare, but they do exist. It's my first good cube. Ah, okay. Yeah, my first average of 5 of the day, I got like a high 7, PLL skip 6.9, like a 9.2 or something. I messed up, and then a PLL skip 6.0, and then an OLL skip 6.1, and it was like barely sub-state record, and I was happy. And my OLL skip, it was mean like partial VLS, but like does it count really? Oh, hold on. Did I do it? I think I just did. God damn it. I hate it when I do that. I'm a Batman. Wait a minute. Ah, dang it. It's not Damien. One of the delegates in my region, Damien Wilding. You guys might know who Damien Wilding is. He's the guy who made the 13x13 barrel all those years ago. He's a very, very good friend of mine. I love that man to death. He has a nickname in our community. We call him Batman a lot. I legitimately have no idea why. I just heard other delegates calling him Batman, and I was just like, why not? I'll just call him that. It's kind of funny. So when I saw Batman there, I got excited. But it was false hope. Bro. I am not solving too great right now, unfortunately. Alright, let's see if I can beat Kristoff one time. Wow. I just did 2 rotations and 7 useless moves on my 3 mover. I had this as my last slot and did this. Yeah, needless to say I'm not locked in right now, but I probably should. ZBLL. So true. Any better Z per minutes. Well, I mean, any better anything else in the solid, and it's sub 8. It was 801. And Crystal got a 5. Fair enough. What's your main 3v3? I'm kind of in a main crisis right now. It was the MGC beta for like about a half year now. This cube got me my first sub 8 and my current PR average of 8.3. It hasn't been doing too great for me recently, and I have been testing out this one. I just haven't had a competition with 3x3 where I've been able to use these cubes since my first one. And in that competition, I used this one for 2 solves, got 2 really bad times, swapped to this one, and then proceeded to get a 7.8 average of 12, back when my PR was 8.1. So that cube at the time definitely worked for me. Really good. It hasn't so much anymore, and I don't know what that entails. That was so bad. I was at a 7.3. I guess the old letscube kind of proves that. Alright. I am making up another excuse. We're swapping back to this one. That was quite poor, unfortunately. Dang, Kristoff is just super difficult to beat. I basically need a 6. Switch event? We are minutes into the stream, my guy. We are how many minutes are we? 16. We haven't even made it to one cartoon episode, and you're already asking to switch event, bro. Ooh. I got myself a 6. Oh, it was Adam this time. Really, Adam? Dang it. One time we'll get a win. It'll happen. Hello, welcome, the IPA nerd. The IPA nerd. The IPA nerd. That just sounds like a Simpsons reference. Where are you? I'm getting this. Ah, wrong angle. Or it might have been the wrong alg, I don't know. I'm gonna DNF it just because it's gonna ruin the game. So in America, you measure time by cartoon episodes? No. I just said that to like put into reference of like how long you've been watching. Oh! That was insane. Okay. So what happened there was I twisted a corner, and then I twisted a corner, the same corner, accidentally again. And so when I tried to untwist the corner, I twisted it only once instead of twice. That was weird. And Kristoff gets a 5.2. Okay, well. Alright, the comeback is real. The comeback is not real. Why is it the one time that I get a 6 and Kristoff gets a mediocre solve, Adam gets a freaking UZB and wins the solve? What's the best advice for getting sub 17 on 3x3 things? It really just depends on the solver once we get to like the sub 20 area, but making sure that your S2L solutions are good and you're doing the best one like first time. Nice pie ZB though. Can we talk about that? 5.62, 5F to all pair brew. Why? Chris, I got a 7.2. Saying I can easily get a 7.2 is a bit of a stretch, but it's a lot more reasonable than the other 5s. Oh, yes! 468 from Batman. Holy cannoli, guys. Can we get a B in chat for Batman? Incredible. It was probably just a misentry. Alright, I'm gonna refrain from submitting in case he does decide to edit his time. Okay, he has edited his time. He's somehow mistyped the 4s and 18. And then... I'm gonna help him out. See if he understands this glitch. In my school, I've seen people solving a 10 by 10 cube, I think? Okay. No, Adam, that wasn't for you. It was for Batman. Okay. There we go. Alright, it'll just skip him, unfortunately. But it was the only way that we can progress. And they ended up scrambling it more. Nice. Kristoff got a freaking sub 6 average. What the hell? That is insane. Counting 5, 6, 5, 9, 6, oh. So that's like high 5, 7 maybe. That's like my pure single, G's. Man, I got a sub Mitch and plus 2'd it. I hope Kristoff beats it so I don't have to feel bad about myself. I put the last 5 of the average as a DNF and it went as normal. Oh, whoops. No! Without the plus 2, I win that solve. Let's do Clocker 2x2. You are perfectly okay doing Clocker 2x2 on your own. We're gonna do 3x3 for now. If we are going to switch events, the only event I could see myself switching to realistically is something in my next competition. Yeah, I'm also not solving too good on 3 right now. If I lock in, I can get a sub 8 out AO5. I'm going to sleep. Alright, good night, Batman. Nice. I don't know. I have Gan. I also have Gan. Bro, what is that? Adam freaking wins with a 10.2. Are you kidding? Alright, hopefully that Pi TV was enough. Nope, Chris, I've got something too. What happened that solve? Corner twist F perm. That's all you gotta know. There were other parts of the solve that made it bad, but yeah, that was the main one. How much does a cube cost? It really just depends on which cube. I never really get a cube, like a 3x3 in particular, that's over $50 anymore. Just because if a cube is over $50, then it like commonly isn't really worth that much money to begin with. I need a not yap in the middle of a solve where I get double X cross. Oh, I'll skip. For FMC, that would have been nuts. For any other event, that's like meh. Oh my god. Have I got one good solve this stream? No. Oh, great. My one good solve was the frickin' the 6 that I got beat by Adam. Also, I got logged. I got logged out briefly, so. Mine cost 16 euros. What's the exchange rate from euros to dollars? Is euros like worth more? My fastest solve is 41, so I think my GAN 356M Lite will help. Dude, no amount of GAN 356M Lite is going to change like your peak solving form if you're getting 40s. Like it's gonna be all practice from you and your solutions. Because like I could use your older main, whatever your older main was, and get sub 10. Just because of my solutions alone. Okay. Is the Let's Keep broken for you guys? Christoph or Adam in the chat. A solver helps me to solve the Rubik's Cube? Yeah. I mean, I did that when I was younger. My main is the GAN V100 right now. I have a GAN V100. It's quite interesting. Should I use the GAN V100 for a bit? I'm gonna try and use it. I'm also not seeing any progress in this. Must be in a room. Are you kidding me? I get kicked out of my own room. That's unbelievable. Jeez. Works okay? Yeah, okay. I was just glitched out of the room. Sorry, y'all. I need to swap out some laundry loads for my bed because I forgot to clean it last month. Alright. We should be back now. Sorry about that, y'all. Samsung washer? How do you know? Can you guys hear that? Yeah, my washer is directly outside my room. It's a bit annoying, but there's no other place for it. Okay. Please submit. I did submit. I'm gonna try new scram. Okay, I think it's just because I rejoined like partway through another solve. It says I got a free win though. I'll gladly take that. Yeah, no, basically what happened there was just letscube is stupid and it kicked me out of the room. Which, did it do it again? No, it's just this invalid password tag thingy. Like, scared me almost. Yeah, I don't know. The GAN 100 is like, in isolation, it can work really, really well in like very specific instances. But like any other situation, it's just it controls your solving. You don't control the solving of the cube. Like that right there. That solve was very, very clean. That's because the cube worked. But the cube rarely works. What do you average on clock? Who cares? It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep? What's the best way to, like, what's a random bedtime story I can tell to this random Korean guy so that they can go to bed? Well, a consistent mean of 3. Oh, damn. Wow, okay. What is that? Standard deviation of 0.03, and they're all very much under my PR single, that's quite sad. Ooh, when you see it. Wait, Christoph left. Oh, no, never mind. Adam got a 6.2. Okay, how come the random short stream I do during the school hours of my own country gets 10 viewers right now? I guess I do have a lot of foreign viewers. That kind of makes sense. Never mind. Massachusetts, if you're in my YouTube chat, please type there because I'm not going to be looking at this chat a lot. My classmate Andrew is averaging 30 to 40. Nice. I'm low-key more of a clock main now than a skew main. Just, what happened to picking good events, y'all? There's 17 to choose from, and you're choosing skew and clock. It makes no sense. Oh, I got a win. Oh wait, Christoph didn't solve, doesn't count. I don't know why I did the Ola like that. I thought it would do something cool. And they gave me Elper. Do you think full Ola is necessary for sub 10 or sub 13? In theory, okay. On paper. I'm sorry, what? What, Christoph? You got a 3? Full step 394? Are you kidding me? What? Why am I trying to compete with this guy? Oh my gosh, Christoph. Oh, the squirrel. Oh wait, no, that's not a squirrel. That's a pigeon. Wrong animal kingdom. But and now I get a win. Okay, you get a 3 and then a 10. What is going on? But no, the answer to the question, on paper, you can get sub 10 with alpha OLL, but it's a really stupid decision. It's like the saying like on paper you can walk through walls if your atoms line up perfectly. Like it's just not practical. Okay, now I'm actually averaging alright now. That's pretty nice. No, I'm asking the streamer. Do you have the GAN 365 RS? I don't think they make a GAN 365. I think they make a GAN 356 RS, which I do in fact have one. But a 365, I don't think so. Christoph, what does this mean of 3? 3.9, 10.4, 5.6? Very nice. I got confused with 365. Were you just thinking... Were you just thinking like days of the year? Also, this is hella scuffed. I'm just going to skip Scramble to hopefully get us all back on the same page. Surprised I remember that one. If it's a bad solve and I get a ZB, I will usually just do it. Did the GAN 356 RS? I did answer that question, and I did answer correctly. Yes, I do own one. I might be able to see it from here, I can't tell. He was so weird. It's like I want to turn at my fastest turning speed, but also at the same time I will lock up on every turn if I do that. I gotta win one legit solve against Christoph, but if he keeps getting 3s, then I don't know when it's gonna happen. I keep +2ing when I do that trick. I should stop doing that. Kind of free flop in a way. Yeah, now I'm fucking up every solve. Huh? My record is 13. Pretty solid record if I do say so myself. Do you know Cube had Milan Strife? He is my teacher of Rubik's Cubes and he is from Belgium. I do indeed know Milan Strife. I actually nemesized him, funnily enough. For the longest time, his, oh my god, I beat Christoph by 0.01. I freaking did it. Let's go. For the longest time, I did not nemesize Cubehead because of his NR 3x3 single, but recently I beat it by 0.01. So, I can say I'm better than Cubehead. Like, full stop. There is nothing that Cubehead is better than yet, in terms of WCA statistics. That's an important one. In terms of WCA statistics, Cubehead is impossibly, what am I saying? I'm better than Cubehead in every WCA statistic possible. Boom, there we go. That was a bird. What am I doing? Literally, a bird came right outside my window and distracted me. That's not even a cap. I just straight up got distracted by a bird. I wish I could get sub 10s, but OLL and PLL kind of annoying. What do you mean kind of annoying? It's the method. It's been used for over 25 years. If you want to be sub 10, this is the best blueprint to get there. Unless you want to switch to Rue, which more power to you. I'm still struggling to get there with Rue myself. Anyways, I'm gonna do one sol with Rue, just to like see what the heck happens. Identified joined is Kristoff. Okay. Okay, there we go. I hate UA perm and UV perm and two look. Oh, it's kind of weird. I'm sorry. You hate U perms? I'm sorry, man. That's just unfortunate. All right, Rusolve. Let's see how this goes. Honestly, not too bad. I will take an 11. Alright, that was the one Rue solve today. Changes to Rue and immediately gets sub 3. No, sub 3 on Rue is like not feasible. Yes, it's been done before, but like the first 2 blocks were like 10 moves. And then it was just like, it was basically Free Rough into a sequence of moves that was the equivalent of like a Z-Perm. Also, real talk, what happened to Fami? I saw that his YouTube channel got hacked, and so it was terminated. But like, I haven't heard anything about him in terms of like WCA since then. Does anyone know? What the hell? Kristoff is on. What is that? Jeez. Counting 5, 3, 5, 5. I only know CFOB, ZBLL, and Rue. Okay, you do not know ZBLL. My favorite perm is the H perm. That is like the most 8-year-old I'm just learning the better methods of cubing thing to say in the universe. I know the H perm. I'm learning full PLL. Okay, something about this cube, like I just don't like using it, if that makes sense. I want to average stuff, but the average size 20. How do I get faster? I want to average stuff, but the average size 20. How do I get faster? You're gonna need to restate that question in a way that I can understand it, I'm sorry. I'm just getting mid-A at the mid-A. Bro. Opinion on S-Move U-Perm. It is an algorithm that exists. There we go. Oh, an unidentified one. Wait, really? Unidentified one with the 9.2? I'm actually so bad. That was worse. I'm gonna use a Volk because I love the sound of the Volk. Like, just listen to this. Something about the Volk, like, just resonates and, like, gives me a warm feeling in my heart. Dang, I was the only one who didn't get sub 7 at the time. I'm sad. In all fairness, it was my first sub with the Volk. I'm just not used to this cube. I don't know how people, what they would do is they would set up this cube when they first got it, and then they would main it for like 6 years. Because the Volk Power sucked, the Volk Elite sucked even more. And she then didn't make another good speed cube until the Tornado version 2. Whoops. How do I average sub 10? I average sub 20. The short answer is copy and paste that into a YouTube search bar. Whoa, green cross. Epic. Okay, the only good thing about the Volk 3 is the sound. Confirmed. It is just not a good cube anymore. At least not for my style. Bro, in most of these solves I use DB. Interesting. Alright, I think I just can't turn. That's what I'm figuring out, is I cannot turn. Volk 3 is pretty outdated? Yeah, that's kind of the point. Alright, we're gonna go for just slow turning because it will unironically make my times better. See? Look at that. Immediately improved my times by 2 seconds. 4.73, 5 pair F12. I got bailed out by vaccine kilo skip. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I got 4.73 F2L. And I was like, how do you know the to the exact hundredth? And I looked over and I see you got a 4. Nice. Zhuang or Yihang? Zhuang Yi is the short answer. Like, his solves are just better now. Yo, Canyon, what happened to slow turning? Oh! Right, I forgot about that part. Hold on. Yes. I am 11 years old. We can be friends. YouTube TOS states that you need to be the age of 13 in order to have a YouTube account. So I'm going to say the short answer of no, we cannot. I do not mean to offend you in any way. It is simply the law of the land. Okay, I just suck. It's official, guys. I suck. Pack it up. Let me, like, actually try to... Okay, well, I messed up the fourth move. .93, average of 12. I might as well be using one-handed. What? That made no sense. Forget I said anything. Your stuff? Yeah, do you want to submit your time? Thank you. There we go. That was a good one. First good solving, God knows how long. Can we raise? But I use beginner method and you use CFOP. I don't know exactly what is implied by raising, so I'm gonna reject no just because I'm happy with how tall I am right now. Hello, just stopping by. What up, Elliot P? What up, Leom usernames. Lu Ya Man La 6223. There's nothing I can grab out of the usernames I'll give you a nickname for. Luya. I'm gonna call you Luya from now on, okay? That was bad. I need to, like, focus up, man. I can't be getting not sub 10 over to 12. What is happening? Yeah. When you see it. And of course, Crystal gets a counting 509. Hello. No. I lock out for 2 seconds, and this is what happens. Can't we erase, but you use beginning method? I use CFOP. No. That's kind of the whole point of this stream, is that it's a Let's Cube. Because why not? Okay, solves 81 through 85 are going to be a sub 8 average of 5. Okay? I promise y'all. This one does not count, it is the next 5. Okay. These next 5 solves will be a sub 8 average of 5. Mark my word. Yeah. Not the best start. I'll give it that. Why don't you want to race? Because I'm racing right now. Yeah. Okay. I can work with this. It was an 836. Yeah. Seven, 7. How do I race? Go to www.letscube.net, go to the stream canyon, go to the room canyon key stream, and then type in the password, which is in the stream title. Yeah. I will gladly take an old skip sub 7. I tied Chris up to the 100th. Okay. Yeah. I went all out and it didn't work. 827 average though, good effort. Very, very good effort. Not quite enough, unfortunately. Okay. Once we get to solve number... I'll just solve 100. Screw it. Once we get to solve 100, I'm going to swap the event to 3x3 one-handed. Just a fair warning. I don't want to talk about that. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Gah. Yeah, 4.4. That's what my time should have been. Another 6, I'll take it. 755 average. What the hell? Do you believe God? Do I believe God? I'm gonna need a lot more emphasis on what that entails. Alright, 11 more solves. Let's try to see if we can get one more sub 805 out of this. And I'll use this cube, why not? How do I get a 13? So what you do is you take an 8-second solve, and then you do a ZU woo. Boom, there's your 13. Are you doing another Q&A or something? Because I see a whole lot of question marks. No, not really necessarily. It's just lots of newer viewers because I'm streaming at an unusual time. Or at least that's my theory. This stream is not supposed to be a dedicated Q&A, no. If that's the question you're asking. Sure. Surprised I actually remember that, Alex. Do you want to go to hell or to heaven? Seeing as hell is a city up in Norway, and I really want to go to Norway, I'm going to go to hell. I don't think that there's a city on Earth named Heaven. There's a city in California named Paradise, and I'm pretty close to that one already. Might mess up my move order. Bro. Actually, my favorite perm so far is C-perm. That's pretty common. I typed in an 11 something, and it just didn't count. Speaking of T-perm. No, I'm talking about, do you want to go to God or go to hell? Do I want to go to God? Is God a location? I'm not speaking for Kenyon here, but this isn't a place to talk about religion or politics. This is a cubing stream. I would like, I do understand your concern. and your consensus about that, but they did also mention that they're 11, so I'm not taking them seriously whatsoever. Should I learn 2 Legola? If you don't already, you should. That's just a given. I messed up. How do I do domino reduction? I did it. Alright, last average of 5. Or, well, one more solve and then the last average of 5. Okay, last 5 solves of 3x3. Let's make them count. After this, we swap over to one-handed for a bit. I hate this game. You know, it's better to go to heaven. Why? Because God, if you fall, you won't get any scratches. Ah, yes. In heaven, you become immune to pain. This is common knowledge among all zucchinis. That was the first organism I could think of. I'm sorry. It might be common knowledge about zucchinis. How do we know what zucchinis are thinking? Y-perm was the first perm I learned? Interesting. I guess, technically the first permutation that I learned was T-perm, but I learned it on Kibaminx, of all things. Like, I learned how to do a T-perm on Kibaminx, and then one day I picked up a 3x3 and tried it, and I was like, oh, that works! Hey, that might be my last good sell, I don't know. I hate the headlights algorithm and 2 Legola. This one? You probably will beat me in OH because I'm in a hotel with a small table and I am also bad right now. I like the sound of that, purely for the sake of me getting non-existent ego points on letscube. Oh, excuse me. If you die, where are you gonna go? Heaven or hell? I'm gonna go 6 feet under. I'm gonna restart this. Just doing my bedspread. Okay. Solve 100. Let's make it count, y'all. The reason I don't want to learn 2 of Olo is because of the headlights algorithm. That's probably a reason why you're not sub 10. I'm going to be frank with you. Ugh. I have good turning on a PLO for once in my life. I'll take a 7 as my last one. We're swapping events now. 3x3 with 5 phalanges, unless you have an amputated finger, which in that case I am sorry for your loss. Not terrible for a first level. I have an aggressive turning style. That's not an excuse for you to not learn an algorithm. You can have, like, the worst turning style known to man and still learn an algorithm that's, what, 10 moves? Maybe? Yo, wasp. There's a wasp? Where? How do you do it with one hand? It takes me 10 minutes? Okay, so this thing, I actually know the U-perm headlights algorithm for OLL, so that's why I'm better. Anyway. Like, it's not that hard of an algorithm. 2.1. It's not bad. Alright. Let's see how long it takes Crystal to A, find his OHQ, B, find a comfortable spot to do it, and C, submit a garbage time. My fastest record on the one-handed is 53. Okay. Okay, never mind, Crystal beat me. Wow, we all got 11s on that time. I was, of course, the fastest. Have you ever been to Tennessee? I don't think so. I don't really go to the East Coast of the United States often. I am sub 50. Any advice? Just get your solutions better and just honestly practice more. For like a 40-something second average, like, you don't really need much else. You just kind of need practice. Like, practice is the difference between a 10-second solver and a 35-second solver. Should I learn Tulip OLL right now? Yes. What is this blue? Yeah, who wants to try out blue with me? Just for fun. It was a trap. I wanted them to do blue because I know they're not color neutral. Actually, maybe Kristoff is. I don't know about Kristoff's you all. I hate push moves. Get better. It's as simple as that. Get better. Oh, he plus 2 out of the win. Haha. Whoops. How, bro? Should I learn to look ahead right now? Just do everything, why don't you? Like, just figure out how to cure cancer as well. Why aren't you doing it already? Come on, bro. Okay, what am I doing? I'm doing anti-OLCP. No reason to. Why? Like, you can also like try to learn full ZPLL and then try to get sub 4. Just predict all of F2L in inspection every time. I mean, like, kids in China are doing it. It can't be too hard, right? Just a child. I already know the suitcases and chameleon. Chameleon? Is that what you call this one? It's an interesting name. I've never heard chameleon. Learn full ZBL, practice F2L inspection, and slide. Yes, slide. Wow, 0.29 U-firm. It's kind of weird because, like, in events like 2x2 and 3x3, technically, like, doing this does give you a sort of advantage because it allows your hand to have momentum. It's a weird physics reason. I think that ZB LS was worth it. Yes, absolutely. Are you using ZZ? No, I'm not. I don't understand how to do EO good in inspection. I like rarely use it in FMC. I really should though. I'm doing the thing where I just do lazy inspection for OH again. Squirrel! I see a squirrel. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna do Raux. Christoph, gentlemen's to do Raux. Okay, he got a 9. I don't think he wants to do Raux. I'll do Rue though. Why not? I could low-key get like my best times of the session with this method. Do 2x2? No. Actually, if you think about it, I've already done 2x2 like well over 100 times because it's just corners. Alright, Rue. What to do when you want to do the brew. That was unironically a normal time. What is routes, or something you said? I'm just pronouncing Rue as if I don't know how to speak French. Do you think there's ever a point where you would switch to Rue for OH? Currently no. But it's impossible to know what 10 years in the future me is going to think about the method. I just do it because I enjoy doing the method. Okay, I'm actually just getting good times. Also, can we do 6x6? I wouldn't mind a 6x6 session, but it doesn't really go well with stream, unfortunately. How old were you when you started to learn to solve Rubik's Cube? Technically I was around the age of 9. But I wasn't able to fully solve it until I was 12. Okay, that was the first bad time. You 4x4? Nah. Still not a turn. If I knew how to turn, I would average the exact thing as I do with C-Pop. Because that's what I average on two-handed brew. I average like mid to high 11, depending on the day. Okay. What's the record with two hands? This? Two-handed brew, I have a couple 6s. I don't know which, like, what the decimal of my fastest one would be. But I know I have a few. Wait, I won that last solve? Kinda dumb. Wait, was there something good with C-Fob? Holy thought. Hold on, I'm gonna retry this one with C-Fob out of curiosity. Oh wait, I just did this scramble here. I'm gonna do it then. Okay, 1409. Before I submit that, go to the previous scramble. Lol. No, my brain is C-pop. Ah, save me. Cool. Yeah, 10 flat on that is a bit annoying. Alright, I'm gonna swap back to C-pop just because I like getting good times again. I'm bad at canceling into my U-perms. There's too much. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, I'll take a 9. Why is everyone glitching out? Why did Garrett join? Wow. I will gladly take die pi ZB. What is the name of this cube? This is the R3 and V5 Ballcore Maglev UB, and it is Luke Garrett's custom setup cube. So I just ordered it pre-set up with the settings that he likes, and I really like it for one-handed. The first competition I used this cube for one-handed at, I got my first regional record in one-handed of an 802 single. Very pleased with it. Still PR, still regional record as well. No one's gotten the 7 yet. Yet. Emphasis on yet. That was so good. That was so good until it wasn't. That should have been another 10. Wow, I actually remember that one. $8.11? Really? What happened on that solve? Another pie, ZB. Good. Cool. Thank you very much for the insightful info, to say the least. Good. XX Cross? Okay. I saw that there was good stuff on it. I thought I found something pretty good. I don't exactly remember what it was anymore. Okay. 10-3. Hopefully that's good enough for a win. Please! Please be good. Bye-bye. Have a good one, number-wise. Skew! Banned. I'll be like Stanley Chappell and ban you if you ask for my PB again. Can you give me a kite scramble? Sure. Slash. There's your kite. I knew that was gonna happen. Of course you did. That was bad. I'm like half not caring anymore. I'm just tired. I mean, the Tulip Olo case? What Tulip Olo case is abbreviated to kite? That makes no sense. What is the difference between CFCE and CFOP? Okay, so CFCE is technically like an alternative method that's just a branch on CFOP. Essentially what you do is you do crossbow sets well like normal, and then CFCE, the C stands for corners, so you solve the corners. And then the E stands for edges. So you would solve the edges in one algorithm. I don't know full ELL. So I would just do it like that. It's technically an alternative method to CFOP. But like no one uses it because it's just impractical. Okay, I am just straight up not trying anymore. What is happening? Pseudo ZBLS into 8 ZB. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, I'm gonna wait till my laundry is done, which should be in about another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I am quite tired. And I wanna go eat some lunch and take some rest. I have no idea when it's gonna go off, I just know it's gonna go off soon. Ugh. Yikes. Scube! Banned. I'm gonna actually ban you this time. No joke. Put user in timeout. 10 minutes, because I think I'll end stream by then. When will you stream again? I can't say that with any sort of certainty, so I'm going to refrain from saying when I'm going to stream again, but just know that it will be within January. That's all I'm going to promise. let's get one more good solve. Ugh. I cannot solve good anymore. I memorized the kite and Tulicola. What is the kite? What is the kite? 9.7, classic. Man, you think that you have a lot of energy going into a day without any sleep, and then it just like hits you at noon. Holy shit. I refuse to believe I'm not going to get a good solve in this one. That was still bad, damn it. I see it turn faster. 2 diagonal squares to the right. You're going to need to be a lot more specific than 2 diagonal squares to the right. Better. We're getting better. I want to get one more sub 11. That's my goal. My hand is slipping on it. And what's tough is I just put my rags in the wash, so I don't have them. It's time for the headlight algorithm. Nice. I'm cooked as hell. Bro, it's a 9-move algorithm. You're not gonna die. Keywords officially left. It's just now me and Christoph. Oh wait, this is the same scramble. Are you kidding me? That solution existed? Oh my god. That's a 7. I'm just kidding, that's not a 7. That's like maybe a 10. Seriously though, how does... that solution existed on that scramble and I didn't find it. That's disappointing. Just a 10. That's all I need. Just 1 10. Why so underrated in YouTube, not overreacting? It's because the audience that I cater to is incredibly niche and like practically going extinct now. Just because of like attention spans. Like everyone is going into like the short form, high edited content versus mine is more like I try to like resonate more with like the older style of cubing YouTube as well as like putting my own flair into it, if that makes any sense. So like I'm gonna make a video sort of like in the same style as what Tangman does with a lot of his unboxings, except not an unboxing but a showcase video about all of Canyon's puzzles that he's given to me. I was planning on filming that today, but I might postpone the filming to tomorrow just because of how tired I am right now. Speaking of which, find a damn Crossbows 1. I can't. I actually can't. Why'd I rush it? That was it. If I was just any slower in the AUF, that stream done. Fuck. Yes! Whew! 10:63. Alright. Steph Welding, you joined at literally the worst possible time. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish your stall just out of respect, but that was my last one. And you DNF'd it. Fine, you're doing one more. You're not ending my stream session on a DNF, bro. Come on. Oh! I got another 10. It's alright. It's okay. Oh, that did not feel great. Yeah, I can tell my left-hand ring finger becoming a bit swollen now. Like, you can kind of see it. If I, like, press it here. Especially on the sides. On the sides, it's real bad. That might just be a remnant of my hives I've had the last week. I still technically have them. Like my feet are just covered in sores at the current moment. Just because I was scratching them so much. Anyway, that's enough information. That will be the end of the stream. Thank you guys for watching this video. It was a lot longer of a short stream than I expected it to, just because I didn't realize I was going to be doing laundry in between. So I'm gonna go get some lunch, and I'm gonna go devour that and potentially start recording this video. So love crashing the last 60 seconds. The fourth cuber. Are you Seth? Skew. Oh my god. I'm banning this guy for a week. Put user in timeout. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. 10 seconds. Why is that a thing? Alright, before he comes back, thank you guys for watching this video, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Seth. It's something, see you next stream. Okay, bye, 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 bye.